Welcome. My name is John Coleman, founder of ClutchArt91. A few years ago, I started asking myself a simple question. Why does so much incredible artwork get posted online only to disappear a few hours later? Well, social media has become a place where we just scroll past art instead of experiencing it. Artists spend dozens, sometimes hundreds of hours creating a piece, and most people only give it just a few seconds. And I really want to change that. That's why I created these virtual art shows, not to replace physical galleries, not to compete with museums, but to create a place where artists can actually tell their stories behind their work and where collectors could spend time with the art instead of simply scrolling past it. Who am I? I am John Coleman, aka Clutch Art 91. This is the brand that I represent. And why does Clutch Art 91 exist? Well, one, I've been an artist for the past 10 to 15 years. Somewhat just me exploring. I took some artwork in school as far as schooling, but for the most part, I've just been a self-taught artist and gravitating in different avenues, whether some gallery experience, some also mostly pop-up events. But I always wanted to somewhat control the narrative behind the direction I want to go in. And a lot of times, not saying that many galleries do this, but a lot of times people gatekeep or you have to fit a certain criteria. But COVID actually taught me one thing. When everything was shut down and we didn't have a space to actually go to, we could create our own uh, digitally. And I do a lot of digital art, and this is pretty much how it came about. So I want to say that to say this isn't about technology, it's about conversation. Every artist has a story, every painting has a decision behind it, every sculpture has a reason it exists, and most people never get to hear those stories. So our online shows allows everyone to slow things down. Artists introduce themselves, guests get to ask questions, collectors meet the person actually working behind the artwork. Instead of chasing algorithms, we're creating relationships. One of the use cases, and one of the things I pretty much love about virtual art shows is that they're incredibly versatile. While I started this platform to help artists share their work and connect with collectors, I quickly realized that the possibilities could go much further. Whether you're an artist looking to build your audience, a gallery hosting exhibitions, or a teacher introducing young people to art, this format creates meaningful experiences that can reach anyone, anywhere. Well, for artists, this is a great way to professionally showcase new work, your portfolio, or a theme collection. Instead of your art disappearing in a social media feed, visitors can spend time exploring it, hear your story during a live event, and connect with you on a more personal level. It's a space designed to help you build your audience while creating opportunities for sales and future commissions. For galleries and event hosts, virtual exhibitions can extend the life of an event. Instead of a show lasting only one weekend, the exhibition can remain open for weeks or even months. That gives people more opportunity to experience the artwork, increase your reach beyond your local community, and creates additional opportunities for artist engagement, fundraising, and artwork sales. Education is another area where I see huge potential. Schools, youth organizations, and community programs can use virtual galleries to display student artwork, teach art history, host portfolio reviews, or create interactive projects. It's a fun way to introduce students to creativity while helping them build confidence by sharing their work with others. If this is something that interests you, please stick around, uh, as well as please note that I am introducing services to help others learn how to actually do this for themselves. And that's going to be explained a little bit later. But in short, I'll be introducing ebooks, video courses, and additional services, as I mentioned, to help you create these endless possibilities with virtual art. Now, if you're an artist and this interests you, I'm happy you're here. But what is the process and what does this look like when you're signing up with ClutchArt91? Well, the first thing you need to do is apply. If you haven't already applied, you can go to my website, ClutchArt91.com, and you'll be able to go to artist sign up, and then you'll be able to apply to the exhibit. Now, please understand there are some stipulations, as I'm trying to keep this as a family friendly event. So, certain things won't be allowed in the show, not to diminish any of your artwork, but I want people of all ages to come and enjoy the show and be inspired by the show. So, that is the reason mainly there's going to be some guidelines. So, for the most part, everyone should be accepted. Again, there is limited space, so I can only select 10 artists at a time. But if you're not able to get in this show, there's another field in there that has future shows available as well that you can apply for. The next thing you need to do is prepare and organize your work uh, for the show. So in the submission, you can go ahead and submit what artwork you want to be shown in the show, or you can email it to me directly at clutchart1991 at gmail.com. When you do so, you'll also need to include an artist bio, um, a picture of yourself that you would like to be featured. We will be making pretty much a curatorial magazine that people can view and also purchase later on. And of course, this will all be needed to be done before the art show. So, preferably a week or two before the show begins, depending on how the timeline is given. The next step is to promote. Um, it shows five there, but it may change depending on my discretion. So it could be three, it could be less, it could be more, but you will get some free tickets for some of your close family and friends. There's an optional ticket incentive if you continue to invite guests. This model is going to change up just a little bit as we are a startup company. We're changing and learning and growing, so things are pretty fluid right now. But if you invite five guests to the show, you'll get paid um, per ticket. And so, as I mentioned, the pricing of that does change a little bit. So, we actually have an affiliate program, which I'll explain a little bit later. But essentially, you can get paid uh, for guests to come to the show. And I'll show you how to do that, probably in a separate video. The next step is to showcase your work. So once everything has been cleared, I'll let you guys let everyone take a look at how the gallery looks, get comfortable with it, and then the next step is to present live. We will have two live shows. One is pretty much an introductory call to let everyone kind of speak and introduce yourselves. Within those two shows, we might have two more per event, depending on the international time zone. One will have one for the American time zone, North American region, and then we'll have a separate one for international artists, as we know the time there is a time difference. But I'll let you know as the event unfolds beforehand. Um, so please be prepared to do Q&As, talk about your work. This is opportunity. The great thing about these shows, it helps you to learn how to actually speak to these events and to these shows, and speaking in front of an audience. The next step five, is you'll have an opportunity to sell your work. So please have listing prices when you send your information. It's very important that you send how much each work cost. People will have an opportunity to buy from you directly. I am taking no commissions from this event, so um, everything will be worked out directly between you and the buyer. And that's a disclaimer I let every guest know, especially for this year. Every work sold is going to be between you and the buyer. So I'm trusting you to have good relationships with these people, and vice versa with the people. So again, that is something that you'll work out with each and every buyer. We also have the opportunity for an auction. So if you do choose to participate in that, we will try to reach out for guests and see if anyone would like to participate in an online auction the day of. So if you're interested in that, please let me know, and let me know which piece you would like to consider. As well as that, we have 2 month access. That's the next step. So your work will be on display for a full 2 months. People with ticket access will be able to see your work online. And the great thing about this, you don't need me to host. If you want to get on Zoom or get on Instagram Live, showcase your work to your guests, feel free to do that. You can do that anytime during the 2 month time period. The next statement is repeat. Um, so we want you to come back at the end of this year for 2026, and I'll probably do this every year. We're going to have an end of the year event where we essentially will have all of our artists come and pretty much show their work, um, highlighted artists, and everyone just talk about the experiences they had throughout the year, building this community, and as well as just talking to some of our collectors and some people that attended the show. So we hope that you come back. One point that I did want to mention, which is the eighth step, the second event, as we mentioned, there are going to be two events. The second event is going to be pretty much a recap of what we experienced in the first show, for new ones who didn't get to come, but also this will be where we actually announce the prize winner of the cash prize. So everyone that votes, they can vote for their favorite artists in the show and also donate to a cash prize. So a lot of the ticket sales that we get, at least a portion of that will go towards a cash prize for each um, artist. So that's why it's really important to promote these shows. It's a way for me to give back because I've been to art events where no one bought any artwork. So this is a means for me to kind of give back to you all for your support with helping promote the show, build the audience, and to help work collaboratively together to make sure that this works together. So that's pretty much the whole idea of the show. Each artist, if we have about 10 artists, and each of us bring at least 5 to 10 people, we're in a room of 50 people. Um, and who knows, out of those 50 to 100 people, someone is bound to buy some artwork. So that is the goal, to work collaboratively together to bring about what we want. A gallery isn't reaching out to you or you don't have opportunities, we ourselves can work together to build these opportunities and to make what we want come alive. And so I hope that you all understand this process. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. But again, as on the last point, it talks about the cash prize. If we get big enough in the future, the goal would be also to offer a second and a third prize to the next two runner-ups. But we will hopefully that will be something in the long run. Now, one thing I really appreciate about virtual art galleries is that they're available everywhere on your phone, your tablet, your computer. People don't have to travel hundreds of miles to discover your work. And unlike social media, your art isn't buried tomorrow. Visitors can walk through the gallery, zoom in on your artwork, read your artist statements, and spend as much time with your work as they want. There's no personal commitments that detract you from physical shows, and it's low maintenance to participate. So the tool that we use is a tool called Kunstmatrix. It's online. You can sign up for it. They do have tier packages that you can sign up to display your artwork. But essentially, I already have a tier model, and I'm using it in benefit for myself, but also for other artists as well. So this is the tool that we use, and I'll talk about it a little bit more as we progress throughout the demonstration. Now, ways artists can grow with the show. This is again going to be fluid, but I'm going to briefly explain somewhat of the how you can make some money from the show and from this event. The idea, anyway, again, because we all love making art, but another thing we would love to do is actually make some sales from the art show. One note I will always love to mention is speaking to your audience is actually going to do more for you than you think, because I've been to an event where just speaking to someone at that time, they didn't purchase artwork from me, but later on through another conversation or just through DMs after the event, they actually reached out for either a commission or actually the piece. So it is very important to make sure that you speak up and answer questions at the event. So, with that being said, the first thing we want to do is again invite your family, invite your friends. You'll be able to get some free tickets to the event. Make sure that they sign up because I've seen it in the past when we just give out tickets. It isn't so much of a desire for them to come. So actually have them use the links, use your coupon codes that will be provided so that they can attend the event for free. Again, it's one ticket per person. The next point is if you invite more guests, you will be able to get paid for those guests. If you're interested in that, again, this is the affiliate portion. I will be paying a certain amount per ticket tier. So right now, ticket prices might fluctuate throughout the year. Again, I'm testing out some things, but essentially per tier, you will get paid a certain amount per ticket amount if you choose to apply for the affiliate portion of it. So again, this the next portion where it says additional tickets. This is a little bit fluid, but essentially you'll be able to still use the promo code, and there is no cap on however many ticket sales that you sell and how much money you can make. If you're interested in that, I'll send you the information. Just send me a message privately. The next portion is, of course, you can sell your art at the show and all month. Your work will be featured on in our virtual art online gallery. So your work will be on display for 2 months, and during that time period, if you want to show people where your work is, what it looks like, there's a feature where you can even show it in their home and how they can scan a QR code and have it shown on the walls. You can definitely do that, and I'll show you how to do it. Again, we'll be auctioning a piece of your work if you want to do that. And if you want to give an incentive for people to come to the show, you can offer a print or something for free as a giveaway item. Um, the next portion is if you want to think about other ways you can sell work or things of that sort. Feel free to on your website if you have other merchandise or things of that. Just bring that up when you have your artist discussions. If you sell anything such as coffee mugs, prints, clothing, different items, feel free to bring it up when we interview you. Other things that you can do part of this show that are ways to help you grow or to sell. You can do solo shows. Again, my two live shows are going to be the main key to the event, main featured event. But if you want to do your own show within the time period, feel free to do that. I can show you how to do that as well. If you want to offer any services or say that you're doing commissions, feel free to do that, as well as portfolio books, and I'll show you what that looks like, preferably on the at the event time, so or leading up to it. So you'll be able to see all the different avenues of ways that you can somewhat make money from this event. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. So let's talk about the gallery itself. The gallery is pretty much a interactive gallery. You can pretty much move around, view the gallery. It's a 3D space, and so you pretty much can walk around and view it. The artwork is featured on all the walls. It has your descriptions, your medium. It will also display how much it costs with links to your website. I've embedded the whole gallery space on my website, and I'll talk about later how you can present or add it to your own site if you have a website. So for this year and the coming years, we'll be doing shows every 2 months. So if you've already came this far, you are aware that there's a show going on and it's active. I'm trying to host most of the shows on Sundays. The time uh, may or not be around the time that's listed and shown on the screen, but essentially, we usually try to do it Sundays every 2 months. And with for a different theme. So we have at least 5 themes throughout the year. This year, for 2026, at the time of recording this, we're on show number 3. So things are slowly growing and improving, and so we are welcoming all welcoming all to come and participate in these events. Again, we are limited on our space, but if you're an artist and if your work fits the theme, you will definitely be selected. Again, somewhat first come, first serve, but there's going to be plenty of opportunities throughout this year, next year, and the following years to come and be a part of the shows. One of the things that within our shows that we have is pretty much like a slide deck that goes over a lot of the events, the introductions of, excuse me, for you all, and so you'll get to see that pretty much how it outlines the show's theme. We try to keep it organized and have some questions for the audience as well to keep them engaged because as you can see right now, I can talk a lot, but essentially this overall is for you to help you understand what this is about. So our vision and our mission. Essentially, I don't want to gatekeep. So what I'm doing here is actually going to help not only artists like myself, but many artists, even businesses, learn how to actually do the virtual art for themselves. So again, I am limited on who all can participate per show. So for that reason, I am working on trying to create other avenues to help other artists and business owners learn how to do this. So that's through different methods. One is an ebook, pretty much going to be a starting point to help you accomplish this. And it's pretty straightforward. As it mentions there, if you can set up a Facebook account, you can pretty much set up a gallery. It's that easy. But the guide is going to walk you through it and give you some of the simple points that you might want to consider, as well as some of the complexities of it. The next, I'm going to create a video course, somewhat in this style, to help you kind of navigate through the setup process and other things that you might not have thought about, things that I'm learning right now that will help you. So if that's something you're interested in, the ebook and the video course, just let me know. I'll put your name down on the growing list that we have for those that are interested. And lastly, my overall goal for all these shows for the uh, virtual art shows is to actually have a brick and mortar somewhere in the U.S., preferably in my hometown. But that's the goal, and I still want to invite artists from around the globe to participate. But in the meantime, we will be focusing on the online gallery portion and we'll still be inviting other artists even if you feel that you can't do the ebook or the video course or you just maybe it's too much for you to do on your own. There will always be opportunities to come and join our shows with different themes and various themes to pretty much do what we're doing now and collaborate and make it a wonderful show for people to hear our stories and hear us speak about our work. So be sure to follow us on social media, which leads us to our next point, Art Beyond Scrolling. This is our broadcast channel, and eventually it'll probably grow into something more. But essentially, this is where we invite collectors, artists, sponsors, art lovers, everyone in general in the art community to come and participate with us in an online, somewhat forum and group to talk about our passions of art and to hear us speak about things. It's pretty much a broadcast channel, so there isn't as much discourse in there, but that's what the virtual art shows are for. That's that time that we can speak to one another, to hear about the work, to hear people praise us, or just to have that simple forum, and some of the benefits are listed there. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to join the channel. You can go on Instagram. It should be artist art beyond scrolling, and you'll be able to participate in the group. So if you are ready to start, my information is here. Feel free to follow if you're not following me already. This is especially important for artists that are already participating in the show. But again, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to learn about ClutchArt91 and these virtual art shows. If you're an artist, again, I love to feature your work. If you're a collector, I love for you to discover your next favorite artist, hopefully within our shows. And if you're simply someone who believes art deserves more conversation, I just want to welcome you. We're just getting started. So thank you. And we will see you at our next event.